Hello, boys and girls. Nice to see you again. Today, we are going to learn Unit 3, Section B, 2A to 2E. In today's class, we are going to learn some words and expressions. Second, we are going to learn some reading skills. Also, we are going to learn about some cultural knowledge. Okay, let's begin. First, let's watch a video. In the video, the kids help their parents to do some chores and housework at home. I think it's a good idea for the family to share all the chores and housework. What do you often do to help your parents at home? I think you can help with some simple jobs like making the bed, folding the clothes, doing the dishes, sweeping the floor, cleaning the room, taking out the rubbish, and so on. Now, let's learn some new words and expressions.
I have a neighbor. She is a very nice woman. A neighbor means someone who lives near your house. Now read after me. Neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. She does chores and housework every day. She can provide a clean and comfortable home for her family. Now read after me. Provide, provide, provide for, provide for. She never asks her daughter to do chores. She thinks it's a waste of time for her daughter. Now read after me. Waste, waste, a waste of time, a waste of time. Her daughter's only job is to study, so she doesn't know how to take care of herself. Take care of means look after. Now read after me. Take care of. Take care of. Take care of. She depends on her mom too much. She is always asking, Mom, could you help me with that? Now read after me. Depend. Depend. Depend on. Depend on. She is in grade 8 and she has a lot of stress from school. Now please read after me. Stress. 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 She has too much homework and too many exams. These days, she falls ill because of too much stress. Now read after me. Ill. Ill. Fall ill. Fall ill. As a result, in her last exam, her grade dropped. Now please read after me. Drop. Drop. Drop.
Now, do you think kids should help out with chores at home? Some may say, yes, I think so. Some may answer, no, I don't think so. The Sunday Mail magazine invited parents to write about whether they think young people should do chores at home. Read the following letters. Which one agrees and which one disagrees? Miss Miller and Mr. Smith wrote the letter to the magazine. How can we know their opinions quickly? 我们如要快速获得作者的观点，在文章的哪些地方最容易获得答案呢？ Yes, at the beginning and the ending. 在文章的开头和结尾。It's a reading skill called skimming. This means looking quickly through a piece of writing to find the main idea without reading every word. It's still a good idea to read the first sentence in each paragraph a little more carefully. 这种阅读技巧叫做略读，意思是你可以通过快速的阅读来获得语篇的主旨大意，不需要逐字逐句的去读。认真关注每段的首句也是略读的好方法。Okay, let's have a try. Please read quickly and answer which one agrees and which one disagrees. I'll give you 1 minute. Begin. Okay, time is up. Have you got the answer? Which one agrees? Yes, Mr. Smith. And which one disagrees? Miss Miller disagrees. Well done. Now, how do we know? Now, please underline Miss Miller and Mr. Smith's points. Now, where can we find the points? Yes, at the beginning of the letters. Here, Miss Miller says, I do not understand why some parents make their kids help with housework and chores at home. 我不能理解为什么一些父母亲要让孩子干家务活呢？ That's to say, parents should not make their kids help with housework and chores at home. What about Mr. Smith? What is his point? Here, Mr. Smith says, I think it is important for children to learn how to do chores and help their parents with housework. 史密斯先生认为对孩子来说，学会干家务活，并且帮助家里干家务活是挺重要的一件事情。Now, let's listen to and read Miss Miller's letter and get more details.
Dear Sir, I do not understand why some parents make their kids help with housework and chores at home. Kids these days already have enough stress from school. They do not have time to study and do housework too. Housework is a waste of their time. Could we just let them do their job as students? They should spend their time on schoolwork in order to get good grades and get into a good university. Also, when they get older, they will have to do housework, so there is no need for them to do it now. It is the parents' job to provide a clean and comfortable environment at home for their children. And anyway, I think doing chores is not so difficult. I do not mind doing them. Ms. Miller.
Okay, in the letter, Ms. Miller says, housework is a waste of their time. Why does she think so? Please read and find the answer. Okay, have you got the answer? Now please pay attention to the two sentences. This is the answer. Kids these days already have enough stress from school. They have no time to study and do housework too. 现在的孩子呀，已经承受了来自学校里面太多的压力了，他们没有时间一边又要学习，一边又要干家务活。Stress means 压力。Now read after me. Stress. 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 Now question number 2. According to Ms. Miller, what is kids' job as students? 按照米勒女士的看法，孩子的工作就是学生，那么他们要做些什么呢？ Please read and find the answer. Okay, have you got the answer? Now please pay attention to this sentence. They should spend their time on schoolwork in order to get good grades and get into a good university. 在米勒女士看来呀，学生就应该把时间要花在学业上，为了取得好成绩，进入一个好的大学。Now read after me. In order to. In order to. In order to. Now let's continue. Question number 3. According to Ms. Miller, what is parents' job? 按照米勒女士的看法，父母亲的工作又是什么呢？ Please read and find the answer. Okay, have you got the answer? Now please look at this sentence. It is the parents' job to provide a clean and comfortable environment at home for their children. This is the answer. 父母亲的工作呀，就是要给孩子提供一个干净、舒适的家庭环境。Now read after me. Provide for. Provide for. Provide for. Now question number 4. Why does she think there is no need for them to do it now? 为什么米勒女士认为对孩子们来说现在没必要干家务活呢？ Now please read and find the answer. Okay, have you got the answer? Now pay attention to this sentence. This is the answer. Because when they get older, they will have to do housework. So there is no need for them to do it now. 孩子长大了，自然会要干家务活，现在就没有必要了吧？ Now please tell me the sentences true or false. Number 1, she thinks doing chores is easy. 米勒女士认为干家务活挺容易的。Is it true or false? Please read and tell me. Okay, I'm sure you've got the answer. It's easy for you. Is it true or false? Yes, it's true. Now pay attention to this sentence. And anyway, I think doing chores is not so difficult. Anyway means 而且. Now read after me. Anyway. 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 Now this sentence, she hates to do chores in housework. 米勒女士讨厌干家务活，是这样的吗？ Is it true or false? Please read and find the answer. Okay? Is it true or false? Yes, it's false. Because at the ending of the letter, here, Ms. Miller says, I do not mind doing them. So what is the right sentence? We should say, she doesn't mind doing chores and housework. Good job. Now, let's listen to and read Mr. Smith's letter to get more details.
Dear Sir, I think it is important for children to learn how to do chores and help their parents with housework. It is not enough to just get good grades at school. Children these days depend on their parents too much. They are always asking, could you get this for me? Or could you help me with that? Doing chores helps to develop children's independence and teaches them how to look after themselves. It also helps them to understand the idea of fairness. Since they live in one house with their parents, they should know that everyone should do their part in keeping it clean and tidy. Our neighbor's son got into a good college, but during his first year, he had no idea how to take care of himself. As a result, he often fell ill, and his grades dropped. The earlier kids learn to be independent, the better it is for their future. Mr. Smith.
Okay, now please read Mr. Smith's letter carefully and find out the reasons why he thinks so. 请找出史密斯先生他的理由是哪些呢？ Okay, have you got the answer? In my opinion, I think there are 4 reasons why he thinks so. Now please look at these sentences. This is the first reason. Because doing chores helps to develop children's independence. And it teaches them how to look after themselves. Anything else? Yes. It also helps them to understand the idea of fairness. And pay attention to the last sentence of the letter. The earlier kids learn to be independent, the better it is for their future. 孩子越早学会独立，对他们的将来就会越好。That's to say, doing chores is good for their future. Now look at the new words and read after me. Develop, develop, develop. Independence, independence, independence. Fairness, fairness, fairness. Independent, independent, independent. Now question number 2. What does he think of children these days? 史密斯先生对现如今的孩子又有些什么样的看法呢？ Please read and find the answer. Okay, have you got the answer? Here, he thinks children these days depend on their parents too much. Yes, good. Now question number 3. What's his understanding of fairness? 史密斯先生对公平又是怎么来理解的呢？ Please read and find the answer. Okay, have you got the answer? Now pay attention to this sentence. This is the answer. Since they live in one house with their parents, they should do their part in keeping it clean and tidy. 史密斯先生认为啊，既然孩子跟父母亲居住在同一个房子里，那么他们就应该要参与进来，保持房子的干净与整洁。Now read after me. Since. Now, number 4. Why does he tell the story of his neighbor's son in college? Does he want to tell us that his neighbor's son can get good grades at school? Or he wants to tell us that it's not enough to just get good grades at school? Now please read and find the answer. Okay, have you got the answer? A or B? Yes, it's B. Now, please look at this sentence. It is not enough to just get good grades at school. 在学校里面，仅仅获得好成绩，那是不够的。So, according to Ms. Miller and Mr. Smith, what are the pros and cons about kids doing chores? 按照米勒女士还有史密斯先生的看法，他们赞成的理由和反对的理由分别有哪些呢？ Now let's finish the chart together. At first, let's talk about the pros. Mr. Smith thinks doing chores helps to develop children's independence. Any more? Now please tell me. Yes, it teaches them how to look after themselves and it also helps them to understand the idea of fairness. Don't forget, at the ending of the letter, Mr. Smith says, yes, it's good for their future. Now, what about the cons? Ms. Miller thinks houseworking is a waste of children's time. Why does she think so? Do you remember? She thinks children already have enough stress from school So, yes, they do not have time to do housework and study too. Do you remember kids' job? Yes, their job is to be students and they will have to do housework in the future. Now, do you remember parents' job? It's the parents' job to provide a clean and comfortable environment at home for their children. So, as we can see, Miss Miller and Mr. Smith tell us their opinions at the beginning of the letters, and then they tell us the reasons to support the opinion. Now, let's learn some useful expressions. Please find and underline them in the letters. 请同学们找出词组，并做好笔记。The first one is about waste. It means 浪费。Waste 既可以做动词，也可以做名词。Now look at these two sentences. Playing computer games is a waste of time. 玩电脑游戏是浪费时间。这里的 waste 就是名词。Don't waste time. 不要浪费时间。这里的 waste 就是动词了。Number 2, spend time on. 在什么上面花时间 ？For example, I like to spend time on my hobby. 我喜欢在我的业余爱好上面花点时间。Next one, in order to. 为了 For example, we should stay at home in order to fight against the virus. 我们应该待在家里，为了抗击疫情。Next one, there is no need for somebody to do something. 对某人来说，没必要去做什么事情。For example, there is no need for her to go to the market every day. 对她来说，没必要每天都去市场。Number 5, 当我们想表达给某人提供什么东西的时候，我们可以用到两个词组 ：provide something for somebody or provide somebody with something. 请同学们做笔记。Now please look at these two sentences. Could you provide some masks for us? Or could you provide us with some masks? 请给我们提供一些口罩好吗？ Number 5, mind doing. 介意做某事。I do not mind doing the dishes. 我不介意洗碗。Next one, it is not enough to do something. 做什么什么事情是不够的。For example, it is not enough to just do grammar exercises. 仅仅只做语法练习那是不够的。Next one is depend on. 依赖、依靠。For example, she depends on her parents too much. Number 8, do a part in means play a part in. It means 参与。请同学们做笔记。For example, everyone should do a part in keeping our city clean and tidy. 每个人都应该参与进来，保持我们的城市干净与整洁。Number 9, as a result. 结果。For example, he likes junk food. As a result, he's unhealthy. Number 10, for ill. It means 生病。She never exercises, so she often falls ill. The last one, the earlier, the better. 越早越好。For example, the earlier a child starts learning a new language, the better he will be at it. 小孩越早开始学习一门语言，他就会掌握得越好。Now, I would like you to complete the passage with the words and expressions from 2B. 请同学们用文章中的单词或词组来填空。Okay, have you finished? Let's check it together. The first one is, it's not enough to. Next one, depend on. Next, develop. Next, fairness. Then, the earlier, the better. Next one is stress. Then, a waste of time. Next one, spend time on. Next one, in order to. And the last one is, there is no need for them to do it now. Okay, now let's share views. Which letter do you agree with? Why? Let's listen to two students' opinions.
I agree with Mr. Smith. I think kids should help parents with chores at home. We are part of our family. It's our duty to keep the house clean and tidy. It's not enough to just get good grades at school. Doing chores helps to develop our independence and teaches us how to look after ourselves. We can learn something we can't learn at school by doing chores.
I agree with Ms. Miller. Kids shouldn't do chores at home because we have too much stress from school. We should spend our time on schoolwork in order to get good grades and get into a good university. It's our parents' job to provide a clean and comfortable home for us.
After class, please share views with your friends or your parents. Now look at this question. What would you say to the person who wrote the letter you don't agree with? As for me, I want to say, as the old saying goes, each coin has two sides. It depends on how you see it. Different people have different opinions. That's very normal. But the most important thing is that we should learn to share views and learn from one another. Now, let's learn about some culture knowledge. So, after reading this, I want to say, it's a good idea for the kids to help parents with chores and housework at home. Here is the homework for the weekend. That's all for today. Goodbye.